Shaktiship call is mainly about the journey of Shaktiship. What is this journey about? And when you join this container and make this journey, what's going to unravel? What journey are you going to go through? So, as you can see here, on this journey, on the journey of Shaktiship, we use the method of organic inquiry, which is a transpersonal qualitative research methodology to navigate our journey through Shaktiship. And that is a very organic method which consists of 5 stages, namely the sacred, preparing the ground, personal, planting the seed, chthonic, the roots emerge, relational, the branches grow, and transformative, harvesting the fruits. So, just like how we trace the journey of a seed, so before you plant any seed for a farmer or a gardener, if you are someone who do gardening, you know that first thing is to really prepare the ground. Preparing the ground, that means weeding, taking off things that are not needed, enriching the soil. There are live beings in the soil which we need to nurture and keep them alive, like earthworms and so many things, fix nitrogen and who make the soil more rich, and looking at things, pests which may not be needed, and how can we steer them off, move them out. And so this journey, so the first preparing the ground is about just like when you prepare the ground, weeding, uprooting, digging, manuring, deepening, loosening. So this is the first stage, yeah. And then the second stage after we, so in this stage, as you enter, the first 7 weeks are going to be preparing the ground. So we are going to take the time to really prepare ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, creatively, relationally, and spiritually. So this means, again, weeding, uprooting, digging, maneuvering, deepening, loosening at all these different levels. So all the processes that we bring, the hands-on work that you're going to do, the activities are things which will loosen your mind, which will create a little shake, yeah? And then the next stage, the second stage, once the ground is prepared, once the sacred is space is created, really that sacred space is created, in that space, you plant the seed. We enter into the personal. And what does that mean in terms of Shaktiship? In this space, when you enter, you're really looking at stories, her stories of myths, of goddesses, women's inner navigation system, very brief overview, and looking at where am I here? Where is do I have work to be done? Where do I feel stuck? Where do I feel? So what seed do I plant here into my ancestry? You know, in all those different areas, what do I? Where do I plant the seed? Where do I go? Where do I jump? So that is the second stage of. So you can see it is about really identifying your seed, and it's a small week. It's 3 weeks, and in these 3 weeks. It's much more simpler. There are less hands-on activities, and it's more about reflective space, uh, reflective space of really inquiry. What is it? What is it most present from the preparation that I've done? What is surfacing? Where do I want to go? And from the personal 3 weeks, we move into the chthonic. This is, as you can see, this is our most intense deep dive descent. Really, it's like Inanna going underground to meet Ereshkigal. So this is all her alter ego, her other side, the dark side. This is that phase where whatever we planted, whatever preparation we done, that's going to support us to navigate, go deeper, really looking at the body narrative, the emotions, feeling narrative, the psychological narrative, the creative, relational, and transpersonal narrative of being a woman in this body, right? And where are we? You know, where are we? Where is an imbalance? What work can we call? How can we reclaim and situate myself back in the body? So this is the deep work. So you can see it's the body, heart, mind plus intellect, womb plus vagina, relationships, creativity, and spirituality. So in this space, it is about remember, transform, awaken, shed, purge, reclaim. Okay, and so if you look at in terms of the journey of a seed, once you plant the seed under the ground, it goes under the dark. You do not see what's happening there. It's a period of letting go, completely letting go and trusting, surrendering. And in this phase, what we are really going to look at, so the roots emerge. So always before the shoots emerge, the roots are the first things to emerge. So when you see some action on top, you already know that the roots have been, the roots are coming. And the more the roots go down, the more the shoots come up. The more the roots go down and secure themselves, the more easier is it to stand tall, right? So this is that phase of deepening, expanding, deepening, expanding. So that's what's the chthonic. So this is again one of our big weeks. We spend 6 weeks here, and from the chthonic work, we move. So we go all the way into descent, and then we emerge back. From the chthonic, we move into the next stage as we're emerging out with whatever has shown up. Time to come back up, time to come back as the queen of death, as the queen of life, relational. That is, when the branches, when the roots have enough strength, they start growing branches and they start expanding, they start connecting, communicating with each other. So this is relational. So relational is when the branches grow. So really growing your branches, really sprouting your wings and preparing to fly. So this is that phase, as you can see from the imagery here. And from the relational, which is 3 weeks, we move into transformative, which is the last phase of Shaktiship. It is about harvesting the fruits, taking the next 3 weeks to really look at what have I gained in this journey, what has come up, what has shown up, and collecting the fruits, and maybe finding more seeds that you can plant and continue this journey for yourself. Maybe there are some birds or some seeds, some things have shown up which needs feeding and nurturing. There is more an independent perching, standing tall. So this is, so you can see it's a fully established tree with roots going far and beyond. And so this starts happening, and this is a work that will continue and continue further. So this is the journey of Shaktiship, the 5 stages of Shaktiship. And what do you receive? Like, what do you get? What does this 5 stage consist of? So once you join this journey, every week from the very first journey, in addition to the in-person gatherings that happen and the online gatherings for both these containers, what is going to happen is every week you're going to get every week you have engagements, like you have hands-on activities that you need to make time for. There's reading materials that you just have to glimpse through, go through. Then there is relaxation and visualization tools almost in every week, which will help you ground, relax. And we're bringing more of those tools this time, so it really creates a grounding for you. And then, of course, there is a lot of wisdom on this journey that you receive through the readings, through the workbook. And then you have the circle work of women coming together, just us coming together and synchronizing. So we also do the moon work, the moon's wisdom, the menstrual work. So a lot of those resources anyway come as part of this journey. And we encourage women to start tracing their blood journeys, start seeing interconnections between the moon and their bodies and their wombs and their physical, emotional parameters. So many of these things are happening. So this journey, this is the entire 21 weeks of journey. And in between each stage, you're going to get a pause week, a catch-up week. So maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So we have 7 extra weeks in addition to the 22 weeks, which come in between so that you have enough time to, catch up. And if there's a setback, or taking time, making time. And so that is the entire elaborate journey. And this journey is not an end. We invite sisters to look at this journey of 21 week as an exploration, as looking at your own psyche and your own self as a woman in the biology of this body, and finding all these tools and resources. And the workbook itself has so many tools of women's spirituality, women teachers, guides, spiritualists around the world, women whose websites you can see, who you can contact, who you can follow, who you can read up on and get more acquainted, listen to their videos. So this is like really opening up into a world which you will suddenly wonder, how come I was invisible to this world before? How come I didn't know about this world before? Where was I? So it is just like that. So this journey is going to open up a whole new world of walking on this earth as women in this body. And as I have said even before, you need to make the choice for this journey, and it's not going to be an easy one. Even if you have had the most comfortable life and you have never moved through much ups and downs and things like that, this will really pull things out for you, because as women, um, it's not just this life, and it's not just one woman awakening. Our life, our wombs, our hearts are so interconnected with women that have gone before us and women around the world. And so this will bring out things for you that may be yours, that may not be yours, but you are being present, or you're being called to hold space for it because of some past interconnections, energetic connections. So that's this journey, and this is our last video. And to join the Shaktiship, you need to send us an email or reach out to us. Our events page is all the information. We mail you a consent form which has all the details of this entire journey, which you need to take time to read. If you have any questions, you need to ask, and then you need to sign the consent form and send it to us saying that, yes, I understand, and consciously, in my full awareness, I am making this decision to move through this 21 weeks. And one thing we highly recommend when you're on this journey, in addition to all of this, we will also be introducing you to many different modalities, even from women who have been part of our Shaktiship before, who have graduated. Maybe they might come and facilitate, at at an additional cost, very simple additional cost. You will get more deeper access in a very small group to engage in some deep work. We highly recommend all the women who come on this program to have a strong or a very individualized spiritual practice, a technique that you have really learned from a teacher, from a guru, or from someone who is, a reliable source, who has mastered it, and there is proof and research around it. A tool like that, which is shown to really keep which is shown or which has been researched to support you to move through emotions, to process emotions. So we really recommend that you have a very strong spiritual practice on this journey. If you do not know, we can recommend, and have the discipline to do it. If you do yoga, great, you need these tools. We also recommend, if to be in therapy of some kind, having some guide or a mentor or somebody with whom you can engage in a one-on-one conversation around what's coming up for you. So it could be a therapist, it could be a psychologist, whoever you wish. Yeah, it is very, very important to have something like that on that journey. So apart from this entire container, me, the whole sisterhood, you have a separate way of processing this as well, which you can bring back to the journey, bring back to the sisterhood gatherings. So this is very, very important on this journey. It cannot be emphasized enough. So definitely, even if not the therapist, definitely the spiritual practice. And you can connect with me if you want pointers, if you want recommendations on that. So not something self-taught, for sure. Yeah. So you can have self-taught, but additionally you need something which is research proven. Yeah. So this is the journey, and so write to us as soon as possible and get your movement started. And Ronita, it's fine. All the videos are online, so you can go back. I have created a YouTube playlist where all of these resources are going to be available, so people can go back and watch it. So, and if you have any questions, feel free to either email us at shestandstallproject@gmail.com or call me at 9972490513. So That's all. With this, we are. I'm closing the Facebook Live for 21 weeks of Shaktiship, because all the information that you need for now you have. You have deeper questions, we will need to go one-on-one, so you can reach out to me for that. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you. Blessed be.